What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we need to have a little bit of a chat about a new kind of event that's going on in Japan, which is incredibly weird, but there's also new promos we've not seen before we need to talk about. There's some new merch we need to talk about. But first, I need to tell you about an event which is, and I'm not kidding, happening at Amazon Japan's Meguro office. Yeah. It's happening at the Amazon office in Japan. There is an official One Piece event happening at the Amazon office. That's weird, right? I cannot be the only one that thinks that's really weird. But regardless, it's happening, and it's real, and it's legit. This is, of course, in Tokyo. It is part of Tokyo. It's a big sprawling metropolis is Tokyo. This is part of it. And, yeah, seems weird to me, honestly. It's happening at a corporate office of Amazon over in Japan. But hey, when you get there, you get to play some One Piece. Now, it is a junior exchange event, and it is clearly designed for beginners. This is what it says on the website, Google Translated. Even beginners can have fun. We will be holding light social events. What is the Amazon Junior Exchange event? This is an event limited to elementary and junior high school students, told you it's for kids, held at Amazon Japan's Meguro office. You can receive various commemorative gifts depending on the number of matches you play. In addition to the matching battle, we will also be holding a teaching session for children and selling merchandise. Even if you are new to One Piece cards, please come and join us. Now, I taught business for many years, as I've mentioned on these videos, and right now, what Bandai are doing with One Piece would make an excellent case study or series of case studies. The things that they're doing, just kind of casually, are so good. Partnering with Amazon, getting kids involved, but having events which are just for kids that aren't going to be ruined by tryhards coming and getting all the promos. It's just a wonderful way to go about doing it. And I absolutely love it. Now, it's only happening on Sunday, July the 14th, so, you know, get in if you want to. But what we've got here is just a bunch of cool stuff, and there's no prizes. If you participate in the play class, you get a promotional pack Volume 5, we've looked at that one before, and a Gear 5 Don, and a storage box. And a trial deck. They don't appear to have both, actually. They've got Luffy and Zoro, but it does say you cannot choose. Also a play sheet, we'll get to them in a minute because I want to spend a bit more time on them. The storage box as well, we'll talk more about in a moment. Those are commemorative gifts. Just for joining up and learning how to play. That's it. You don't have to do anything else but learn how to play. There's then 3 other tiers of prizes, but they are awarded for playing. There are 3 matches, and it doesn't matter if you win or lose. You play a game, you get a prize. You play a second game, you get a prize. You play a third game, you get a prize. Now, for joining in and just playing, you get a promotion pack Volume 5. So you get one of these for joining in, one of these for learning how to play. A storage box that you get regardless, and a play sheet. Now, the storage box is new. This is one of those cardboard storage boxes. They hold a decent amount of cards. They're quite cool. They've been doing this for Bandai games since before One Piece was around. I got some Digimon ones of these and One Piece as well. They're sturdy-ish boxes, which are kind of cool for keeping cards in. But you'll notice the design on the top. We've got Newgate, Uta, Doflamingo, Luffy, Smoker, and Katakuri. And they just so happen to be shaded like one of the 6 colors. Oh yeah, it's those 6 starter decks I've been telling you about lately. I've been showing you all the lovely card reveals from those starter decks as we've been going through. Well, there's a storage box which is clearly designed for them, which is awesome. But then they've got 6 different play sheets. So if I put the Newgate and Uta on the screen to begin with, you get one of these distributed at random. Now, don't get terribly excited, because these are very clearly paper playmats, the likes of which we've seen many times before. If these were rubber playmats, oh my word, these would be popular. But it also wouldn't be given away for free for entering the event, unfortunately. But once again, we've got the alternate art of the leader. Remember, all the starter decks have alternate art leaders in. We got the alternate art of the leader. and then just a coloured play area of the appropriate colour with all of the different areas shown off. I can then show you the Doflamingo and Luffy, again, same kind of deal. They've got the artwork that they use on the leader, but it's not the leader card. It is the artwork they've used on the leader, and it's bigger and all of that. It's lovely. And then here's Smoker and Charlotte Katakuri to round out the 6. And then hopefully there's some trading going on and everybody gets the one they want. As far as I'm concerned, Smoker is the coolest among them, but I know not everybody agrees with me, and that's fine. So just for joining up, just for joining in, you get yourself Promotion Pack Volume 5, you get yourself the storage box, and you get yourself one of the play sheets. That's not bad. Play one match, just a single solitary match, and you get that promo ulti that I showed you the other day. This is the 6 cost 6,000 power counter plus 1,000, and we've got a once per turn skill that says if you put 2 Don back into your Don deck, and this combos really, really well with the new King from OP08 that does have a Don -2 skill, and it won't work with Don -1 skills, it has to be Don -2, because it's when you put 2 Don back. You get to add a Don card from your Don deck rested and activate a purple stage. And I told you when I showed you this card for the first time the other day, there are other purple stages available. This will work with a bunch. There's, I think, 4 different purple stages, all of which you rest to use. So it will combo with any of them, but clearly here it's for Onigashima Island. Like, I don't think that's a particularly big surprise. So in King decks with Onigashima Island, this just seems to be a really, really good card. I like this card. I told you the other day that as a promo, it looks very, very good. And it's one that I think we should be rushing to try and pick copies up, just in case this does end up being a really good card in decks like King. But regardless, we saw it coming for other smaller tournaments the other day. Now it's coming in here as well. And then if you play all 3 of the games, you also get yourself a Gold Don, which is rather lovely. And you get yourself Standard Battle Pack Volume 8. And Standard Battle Pack Volume 8 is new, ladies and gentlemen. We've not seen this one before. We got 4 alternate arts that are included. So, which ones have we got? Well, starting off, we have got an alternate art Charlotte Puddin from OP03. Charlotte Puddin gets so much love in the One Piece TCG. Like, I know Charlotte Puddin's very popular, but like, she's one of the other leaders in OP08. Oh, and there's also an alternate art in OP08, as well as obviously the alternate art leader. Oh yeah, and it's also one of the special rares from OP08, which incidentally is this exact card, the one from OP03. And let's not forget that back in OP03, there was an alternate art of this card anyway. So yeah, like, this card gets reprinted every 5 minutes, but Charlotte Puddin gets a lot of love. And it's a good card, don't get me wrong. It's your generic Big Mum searcher. On play, look at the top 4 cards of your deck, find a Sanji or Big Mum other than Charlotte Puddin, put them in your hand, put the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. Like, we've seen this before. It's just notable quite how much love Charlotte Puddin gets. Although, for what it's worth, the artwork on this is brilliant. Although I'm not quite sure what's going on with Chopper's face. Speaking of which, we've got an alternate art of the Tony Chopper from OP04, which I don't think these are random reprints. Like, I just told you that Charlotte Puddin is generic Big Mum searcher. And I also told you that we are getting a Charlotte Puddin yellow and purple leader in OP08. Well, right now, we've got the Chopper from OP04, and that combos really nicely with the new Chopper leader in OP08. So I believe what they're doing here, very deliberately, I should add, is they are basically doing targeted reprints where they are reprinting relevant cards that you might want to use with the new leaders from OP08. These are not cards that are comboing with the starter deck, although they might be, but I don't think that's the intention. But in the same way that Ulti, the new promo, is comboing with the new King, I think that's what's going on here. Because the OP04 Tony Chopper on play lets you play an animal character with 3,000 power or less from your hand, which is pretty cool. But one of the cards we've got in OP08, in addition to the Chopper leader, is we've got ourselves a Chopper character, a super rare, and that one has got, during your turn, when you play or when you attack, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, find a 4,000 power or less animal, and play it rested. And you'll notice that this is a 4,000 power or less animal. So yeah, Tony's Shop of the Leader has got the one where activate main once per turn, choose up to 3 of your animal or Drum Kingdom characters, and attach a rested Don, which is quite cool. So yeah, this seems to work with that very nicely indeed. What else have we got? Well, we've got Portgus the Ace, a blue Portgus the Ace, a blue Whitebeard Portgus the Ace, bearing in mind, of course, that we did have a blue and red Marco, which is one of the leaders we are getting in OP08. Pulled that opening, by the way. If you've not seen my OP08 opening, go check it out. It went well. And this is the one from OP07, whereby we've got Blocker, and Blocker is always a rather useful skill to have. Always nice to have Blocker. And then you put 2 cards from your hand on the top or bottom of your deck in any way that you like. As a side note, this does also combo with a blue Doflamingo, of course, that plays cards off the top of your deck, and that is one of the new starter deck cards. Although I believe it's here because of the Marco leader. And then finally, we've got ourselves Edison, who, now admittedly, Edison is very much more, it's an egghead character, so you would imagine that the goal here is more the Vegapunk leader from OP07, rather than anything from OP08. There isn't an egghead leader or something along those lines in OP08, admittedly. So, you know, sorry about that. But we've got 4 cost, 5,000 power, counter plus 2,000 on play. If you've got 2 or less life, draw 2 cards, and then trash 2 cards from your hand. So draw 2, trash 2 on play. And as a trigger, if your leader is Vegapunk, then you get to play this card. So admittedly, this is not comboing with anything in OP08. It's very much OP07 Vegapunk. But 2 of these promos are really blatantly, hey, play this with a new one from OP08. And the Ace fits in there very nicely as well. And the artwork on all of these is cool and new and awesome. Right, there we go. That's what you need to know. And now it's over to you guys. That's all the new promos, all the new stuff, all the information you need about this tournament happening at Amazon's corporate office, which I'm sorry is still kind of weird. And now I want to hear from you guys, so let me know in the comment section. Get us! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.